Dani Harmer and I used to play Tracy Beaker, and I'm here to answer all your questions.
If you could be any animal in the world, what would it be and why?
If I could be any animal, I would have to choose a cat because, let's be honest, they have the best vibes. They get to sleep all day, they get fed, you know, you can just go wherever you like, lounge about in the sun. You can go into other people's gardens and no one cares. So yeah, I'd definitely choose a cat.
What inspired you to go into acting?
Oh gosh, a lot of things I think. When I was younger, I used to love watching musicals, especially films and anything with like Shirley Temple in it. I used to be obsessed. I also really liked the film Annie as well, because obviously there was lots of kids in it. So yeah, kind of inspired by kids on film really who were sort of singing, dancing, and it looked so much fun. So it was probably that.
So how did you get to take the role of Tracy Beaker?
It's kind of a really boring story, I'm afraid, guys. I literally just went into a room and just read the lines with the director and the producer, and they just happened to like me. I got asked to come back a couple of weeks later and read with some other characters. And I think it was really quick. I think it was about the week after that they offered me the role. So yeah, it happened really, really quickly.
Do you think that your actual personality is similar to the character of Chief Luka?
Oh gosh, I'm not. The only similarities that we have is that I can be quite bossy as well. But I like that I'm a bit more laid back and a bit more chilled than Tracy is. You know, she's very loud and intense sometimes, but she does also have a heart of gold. So yeah, but I don't think we're that similar. I mean, we have the same hair and the same face, so.
So when people see you on the street, do people still call you Tracy Beaker?
Oh, all the time, constantly. I think I get called Tracy more than I get called by my own name. And that's fine. It kind of, it makes me feel quite good because it's almost like I did a good job that people actually think that I am Tracy and that is my real name. So yeah, and I think I'm always going to be called Tracy, to be honest, for the rest of my life. But you know, I'm okay with it.
Why do you think that you fit the role of Tracy so well?
I guess that I could probably shout louder than everyone else, and I've obviously got hair, so I was kind of like already made. No, I don't know, to be honest with you. I think I just happened to go in and just read the lines the way they liked. They obviously saw something in me. I was always quite a lot older for my years as well. I got the part when I was 12. But I was very much like really wanting to create a career for myself even at that early age. So I think that kind of helped me as well.
So how do you feel that you've inspired a lot of young people and young people in care?
I don't think I've done any inspiring, but I think certainly Jacqueline Wilson, her book, the writers of the programme definitely helped. I mean, when I was younger and I was at school, as far as I was aware, I wasn't in school with anyone who was looked after at all. But I think that's mainly because people didn't want to talk about it because they didn't think we were going to understand. And I didn't really know a lot about care at all when I was younger growing up. So I think Jacqueline did a really important thing there by writing her book and the BBC taking on the book and making this series just to give people a reference point, to be honest, more than anything. So I think that was kind of more important. I didn't do anything though. I just stood there and said the lines that I was told to.
Who was your favourite character in the show?
Oh gosh, there's so many great characters, but I think the adult characters are my favourite actually. Elaine the Pain for me just was hysterical funny. Nisha, who played Elaine, was just brilliant. It was like a masterclass in acting. She is nothing like that in real life. She's just incredible. So I just used to sit there in awe. I love Duke as well. Clyde, who played Duke, used to give the best cuddles. He was just the best person ever. Connor, who played Mike, is like literally still everyone's dad. Like, he's just wicked. So yeah, I think probably the adult character is my favourite actually.
So talking about Elaine the Pain, was she actually a pain in real life?
No, Nisha's amazing. She's so cool. She's really chilled, really laid back. And whenever we would like talk or have a scene together, she never treated me like a kid. It was always kind of like her equal, which is why she got so much respect from all of us, I think. And also that woman is hysterical. She's so funny. Just everything that she used to put into that character. She's a genius. She really is. Yeah, but definitely not a pain.
Did you enjoy working with actors your own age?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I mean, we did most of our filming during the summer holidays, so it was amazing. Like once we'd done all of our tutoring, got the boring stuff over and done with all the schoolwork, it was just like having one big holiday with all your mates. And we used to have so much fun. Don't get me wrong, it was still really hard work. We were doing like 12 hours a day, like it was long. But we all kept each other going. We played stupid games, and yeah, we just had a laugh.
So what would you say was your most memorable moment from the show?
Oh gosh, my most memorable moment was probably an episode where we were all singing. I mean, it's memorable for all the wrong reasons. It's such a terrible episode. I don't know why we made it. But yeah, we were literally singing the whole time. It's dreadful. I think it's like the only one that never gets repeated. So it'll probably be on YouTube. So go and have a look. It's so embarrassing. We're all teenagers by this point as well. So just, you can see the embarrassment on our faces. We're trying really hard to sell these songs, but they were awful. It was just, yeah, it was a nightmare. So that's probably my most memorable moment.
If you could be any other character, who would you be?
Do you know what? I'm going to have to say Elaine the Pain again. Yeah, even though she was the one jokes and used to get all of like whenever there was a water fight involved, it would always end up on her. If anyone threw food, it would end up on her head. But I love that character so much. If there was a character played, definitely be Elaine.
So are you still close to the character Crash from the TV series?
Well, we went on to do Dani's House afterwards, which was great fun. It was a little sketch show comedy thing that we came up with at BBC. And yeah, their character came up and I just knew that Daryl would be absolutely perfect to play him. So it was amazing to go from being kids working with each other to then going on and working for another 5 years together as adults. So that was really cool.
Were there any of the actors in the show, were they actually in care?
No, they weren't actually. We were all just actors. I believe that Kay, who played, what was her name? See, it's been so long ago. In Tracy Beaker Returns, Kay, who played Gina, I think it is. I believe she was adopted, but she never really spoke about it too much. So I think she was the only one, I think, that had been adopted. The rest of us were just actors.
So throughout the entire show, were there any moments that made you cry?
Oh gosh, so many. Probably mainly from Tracy Beaker Returns actually, because all the kids that I got to work with were the best actors. Honestly, they were phenomenal. So any scenes that I had with them where they'd be crying, I'd immediately be like choked up straight away. So yeah, probably those ones. And even like looking back on them now that I'm a mother, I can I see things from a completely different point of view now. So I cry at anything anyway, to be honest.
Have you ever worked with any young people who have been in the care system?
I've done a lot of award shows and stuff that looked after kids. I've also met quite a lot when I went to, I think it was like the House of Lords or something like that. It was very, very fancy. I did not belong there at all. But that was cool. But yeah, I meet quite a lot of looked after kids on a lot actually, and quite a lot reach out to me just mainly to talk about Tracy Beaker, to be honest. So yeah, quite a lot.
So what advice would you give to young people who want to go into acting?
Don't do it. Get a proper job. It is a great job to have, but it's a roller coaster. It is ups and downs and all over the place. So you've really got to be serious about it and put in the work and the effort. And there's a lot of rejection that comes with our work. Go up for all these roles and you're probably only going to get one out of like 50. So there's kind of a lot of rejection. So you're going to have really, really thick skin. But yeah, if it's something you want to do, go for it.
Are you working on any new acting projects at the moment?
Well, at the moment, unfortunately, due to this virus, like my entire industry is like non-existent. There is nothing that we can do because of social distancing. We obviously can't work in theatres because they're all shut. We can't really do any acting unless it requires us to be socially distant, which is weird because let's be honest, no one socially distance away from your own household, so that wouldn't work either. So until this virus has gone and left us all and we can all go back to normal, we've got nothing, which is it's really, really sad, but hopefully we'll come back better and stronger, and hopefully there'll be some work for me.
So would you be happy to visit the youth club one day to meet our young people?
Yeah, I would absolutely love that. Once this virus is gone, let's get back to normal and I'll come and say hi.
How do you keep busy during this lockdown?
How do I keep busy? Well, I've got a 3-year-old, so she's certainly keeping me busy, I'll tell you that. Trying to homeschool, which is different, seeing as I barely went to school. So I'm just about on par with her because she's 3. I can do my ABCs, so we're all good on that front. And I'd like to say that I'm being really creative and writing my memoirs or recording myself doing all sorts, but I'm not. I am sat on my bum watching Netflix for the first time in God knows when and just enjoying being with my family, to be honest with you. Yeah, I should be doing more creative things. I'm just being super lazy. But I did do a workout today for the first time in a few months, so that's good. That's an achievement.
Do you watch back on all of the Tracy Beaker series?
No, oh gosh, no. I don't think I've ever really. I've probably watched a few episodes, but yeah, it's very strange for me. I think no one really wants to look back at how they used to look when they were a teenager, because I mean the braces and the acne and stuff like that all over the TV. No, thank you. No. But one day I might. You never know. My daughter might want to watch it one day, and I might let her. But yeah, I don't like the sound of my own voice. I'm very critical, so it's better that I don't.
Are you still in contact with anybody from the Tracy Beaker show?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard because obviously it was so long ago now. I'm in my 30s now, which makes me feel ancient. And we're all kind of spread out throughout the country, so we don't get to meet up very often, which is a shame. But when I had my 30th birthday last year, Cara, who played Layla, have to think about what their names were in the programme, and Chelsea, who played Louise, both came to my surprise party, which was very, very exciting. And I keep in contact with Kieran, who plays Lol. So it's kind of, we're trying to reach out as best we can, but everyone is just so busy. And obviously we've gone from being 10, 12 years old to being in our 30s now, so it's very different. We're very different people.
So what would you say is your favourite sauce?
My favourite sauce, as in a
dipping sauce, yes.
I'm gonna go with mayonnaise. Yeah, I like mayonnaise. Not as much as my sister. My sister puts even a roast dinner, which I just think is atrocious. No, nothing but gravy on a roast dinner. It's great. But I'm afraid I'm not a massive fan of ketchup. Controversial, I know. I'll only have it in a burger. But yeah, I won't use it as a dipping sauce.
So what would you say is your Nandos order?
Oh, my Nandos literally been the same since I discovered Nandos. Don't judge me, okay, guys, but I have a lemon and herb burger with... yeah, I go for lemon and herb. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not ashamed. Lemon and herb. Burger with chips, and then I get halloumi cheese on the side, because you can't go to Nandos without having some squeaky cheese, because that would just be wrong.
What about Perry Tamer?
So what?
Perry Tamer.
No. No. I was going to go from lemon and herb to medium, but I'm too scared, so I'm sticking with lemon and herb. It's better than plain, though. I would never go for plain. That's wrong.
What is your favourite Netflix show at the moment?
Oh, at the moment, I've just noticed that Dead to Me Series 2's on, so I have to be watching that. But I've just binge-watched Schitt's Creek, and it is brilliant. It is such a funny show. It's amazing. I think the last series is going to be put on there soon. What else? I like watching crime documentaries and stuff like that. I find that really fascinating. There's so much on there, isn't there? Orange is the New Black was great. Yeah, I like comedy and dramas and documentaries, really. So, I mean, Tiger King was weird. If anyone's watched that, that is a fascinating documentary. That was bizarre.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, that's very strange, but again, fascinating.
Do you use any phrases from the show?
No, but I get asked on the basis to shout "bog off" in people's faces. That's not, and whenever someone says it as well, they think they're the first person to ever ask me. They're like, "Oh, can you say bog off?" I'm like, oh, yeah, because I haven't heard that one in the last 20 years. So yeah, I tend to take that on a daily basis, but not through choice, through peer pressure.
Do you get paid for it?
No, I'm well rich though if I did charge people for saying bug off. In fact, I might say this because we're not making any money during this virus, so you never know, that might be.
Were there any moments when you met actual people in care and their stories that actually made you emotional?
Yeah, I mean, loads of times. It's always emotional, especially when you feel so privileged to have come from a normal family, as people describe it. You kind of sort of feel guilt that you haven't experienced that as well. And there were a lot of moments in the programme as well, a lot of storylines that we did that were based on real events that really got to me as well. I think there was, I think it was in the first series, there was an episode where Tracy was posing to be in like a newspaper, almost sort of like advertising herself up for fostering. I hope that doesn't happen now. But that really got me. And at like 12, I was like, this is bizarre. Having someone sort of like desperately trying to like show themselves just through a photo, just to get someone's attention, really, that made me feel really sad. But yeah, lots of moments. Even more so Tracy Beaker Returns, actually, because we kind of went in a bit more detail. All the kids had their own episodes where we could sort of go in a bit more. But obviously, you know, it is a kids show. It's sort of showing the lighter side of life, isn't it? So there was only so much you can do with it. So I know a lot of the storylines that were in the pipeline didn't get made, which is a shame, but that's kids telly for you.
So has the show impacted your life today, and how?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, I'm 31 and I'm still sat here talking about Tracy Beaker, which I did when I was like 12. So yeah, and I think it'll always be with me. Yeah, it's impacted me loads, and I absolutely loved playing the character. She was amazing. You know, it's not very often where you get to play a character that has so many different levels. Like 1 minute she'd be really sad, the next she'd be screaming her head off, the next she'd just be being really nice. And she had real heart as a character. And I don't get that very often, so I really enjoyed playing her.
Thank you so much, Dani, for being here today. It's been a pleasure to ask you all these questions. That's it for me and Berlyn. And guys, make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and stay tuned for next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye!
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. For more information, you can follow our socials, which will be linked in the description below.
We also have a fundraiser for a van to help our youth centre turn food bank, delivering food to the most vulnerable. The link for the fundraiser will be in the description below. Thank you.